So the international signing period started yesterday, and the Yankees signed 9 international players. Let's go over them. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying warm as best you can. It is freezing out and it's snowing. So I wanted to go over the international signings from New York Yankees. They have a deep farm now. Position players, pitchers, infielders, outfielders, everything, whether it's internationally or college or even high school, they've really fortified their farm. And it may not be as highly touted at the top, but it is deep as all get out. And the Yankees just added 9 more players to it. So let's get into it. This kid right here is the first player that they drafted. Okay, this is his name is Francisco Valerio. Okay, he's the 15th overall prospect, but he's the fifth best outfielder. He's a 17-year-old player from the Dominican Republic. He's tall, lanky, with raw power. He projects as a good athlete, and he's projected to develop and get much stronger and more athletic over the next couple of years. A 17-year-old from the Dominican Republic. So he's the top one that they signed. Okay, and remember, the Yankees had $1 million less this year. They were under $5 million. The reason why is because they signed Carlos Rodon last offseason, and he was attached to a qualifying offer. And every time you sign somebody with a QO, they have to forfeit 2 draft picks and international spending money, $1 million worth. So that's about 20%. So they had under $5 million to play with, and they may replenish some of that in this offseason. We don't know yet. If GLEYBER Torres walks, if Alex Verdugo walks, like they may replenish some of it and get some international draft pick compensation back. So, which will be good, especially if they want to go for some higher end. There are some higher end international prospects in the next couple of years that the Yankees have their eyes on. So, but they're going to need the funding to do it. So, but let's get all these other 9 guys and keep in mind any other move that the Yankees make, whether it's internationally, whether it is trades, whether it's free agency, but there's 4 weeks left before spring training, and they have yet to make moves to clear off the 40-man roster to get him down to 40 or 42. Luke Weaver's physical is Thursday, so there should be a corresponding move once he passes his physical, and if they add a reliever, if they add a starter, that's more moves that they're going to have to make. So they are not done yet. So whatever you do, just make sure that you're sub to the channel. Okay, if you haven't done that yet, so that you don't miss out on any of the moves that the Yankees make, especially if you're a fan. If you find yourself enjoying this content, hit the like button too. And if you want to be at the front of the line when the news comes in, no matter what it is, just hit the notification button and I'll take care of the rest. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. Okay, but here are the other guys. I'm looking down on my list here. So Richard Matic, he's a third baseman from the Dominican Republic. And these are all 16, 17-year-old kids, young kids. Dexter Peralta, shortstop from the Dominican Republic. Kenny Pineda, a catcher from Venezuela. Alexander Almonte, a right-handed pitcher from the Dominican Republic. Brome Martinez, an outfielder from the Dominican Republic. Angel Ventura, an outfielder from the Dominican Republic. Edgar Jimenez, a catcher from the Dominican Republic. And lastly, Carlos Villarroyo, a catcher from Venezuela. So they actually got 3 catchers, 5 position players, and 1 pitcher in this international class. And got some big ones recently from Brandon Mayea to Roderick Arias, Jason Dominguez. These are amongst their most highly touted prospects. So, and I expect some of these guys will be in their top 30 in the near future as well. Roderick Arias and Brandon Mayea pretty much made their top 10, top 15 pretty much immediately. They were that good. And I expect some of these kids, especially the first kid, to be in the top 30. So, but you let me know what your thoughts are. Have you heard of any of these kids? Have you been following them? Okay, and I'm looking forward. I'm gonna try and see if I can get Dane Hoover on to go over some of these kids. He's well versed in prospects, and I want to know what his thoughts are. And maybe get some other folks who are well versed in the prospects as well to see we can get a better understanding and get some more knowledge as to what these guys are about and how good these could potentially be. So I'll take care of that. I'm going to try and get these guys on. But those are the 9 guys that the Yankees signed. Okay. And again, expect more moves over the next couple weeks, particularly Thursday. I would expect a move either Thursday or Friday once we get the results of Luke Weaver, who could also be a sneaky good addition to this rotation. Okay, I mean, beyond Garrett Cole, who else can reliably throw 180, 200, 100 innings? So probably get another, a bunch of 120 to 150 inning guys. Rodon, if he gets to 160, that'd be great. Okay. We don't know what we're going to expect from Nestor Cortez. Clark Schmidt hopefully takes the next step forward. Okay, but Luke Weaver threw 123 innings last year. He could be another guy who can throw 130, 140 innings as well. So we have some decent pitching depth here. So, but I expect them to add another starter no matter what. Where? No idea. Whether it's free agency or trade, I have no idea. But I think it's more likely going to be a trade. And then probably in addition, I don't know if they're going to add a reliever in free agency or a trade. They have options to do both. And I expect them to do that. And at this point, I think the rest of the focus is going to be on pitching, but you never know. They may add another bench player too. So, but you let me know what your thoughts are. Load up the comments. And before I go, I want to thank everybody. This channel just hit 10 million views. Okay. I, I'm kind of speechless. I never thought I'd be listened to 10 million times. 10 freaking million. About a year and a half ago, we were celebrating 1 million. Now we're 10 million. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support and everything that you do to make this channel great, because it's you guys and gals that do it. Okay. And I'm glad that I bring enough value and content that you enjoyed enough to come back and watch it again. So I can't thank you enough. 10 million views. I mean, it's freaking nuts. I'm hoping to celebrate 25 million one day, maybe 100 million one day. You never know. You never know. But back to the more important topic, the Yankees. 9 international prospects, adding to their prospect stable. Okay. And again, they're going to keep, drafting. They're going to keep signing these kids, and I expect them to have more money to play with next year. I don't expect them to sign a Blake Snell or Josh Hader. These guys are both tied to qualifying offers. Okay, Jordan Montgomery is not, because he was acquired he was traded at the deadline, so he is not attached to qualifying offer. Anybody traded at the deadline is not eligible for a qualifying offer. So if they do sign in Jordan Montgomery, I'd be surprised if they do, but you never know. You never know. Marcus Stroman was not attached to QO. So, but we're going to keep talking about these Yankees moves. I'm really curious to know what your thoughts are. What are the 2 or 3 things that they should do at this point? I talked about, having to particularly rely on certain rebound seasons from certain players. The Giancarlo Stanzons of the world, a progression in development from Anthony Volpe, right? A resurgence season from Carlos Rodon. I don't expect ace level season for him, but a better season. And I don't expect an MVP season for Giancarlo Stanton, but a better season. And I saw photos of Carlos Rodon today. He looks in a lot better shape than he did last year. So that's an encouraging sign. And Giancarlo Stanton I've seen some photos of him too. He's leaned out too. So that's encouraging as well. So a couple things to be encouraged about, but again, they have to deliver now. They have to perform. They got to stay healthy, and so do the rest of the team. So let me know what your thoughts are again. Thank you so much for the 10 million views again. And let me know if you're happy with these international signings. Talk to you later.